Sometimes I feel like the Lord betrayed you, But you gotta take a look at your own life. Tell yourself how you feel about it. Listen. Lord, how could you betray me? That left me with a reasonable doubt like Jay-Z. Used to be motivated and now I'm feeling lazy. Used to trust all my thoughts, but now I'm feeling crazy. Used to not have kids, but now I got a baby. How can I raise my child? My father never raised me. Sleeping with different women and babies got aborted. Running from fatherhood, I know that was important. Attracted so many women, a lot of them were gorgeous. I couldn't commit, they left me like they got deported. Smoking that marijuana and hanging in the projects. People with bad guidance and way too many concepts. All of that information was way too much to process. What God had for me was worth more than any object. Your greatness bypassed me. Was I worth more than just a prospect? Was I born to be average or born to be a prophet? My life.
Take a look at my life. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me how you feel. Sometimes in life, we don't know how to go. We don't know how to go. We don't know how to go about it. No. We don't know how to go.
I took the road less traveled and did it without a helping hand. Crafty anything I could sell. I'm the son of Sam. Only concern was flipping money like a gymnast. So I'm out here pulling more strings than violinists. Been let down so many times, I belong in the Guinness. So relationships were ended like periods to a sentence. Lord, pray for enlightenment. Asking for help when my anger levels are heightening. Fake friends and my girl screaming out that I'm trifling. Cause I threw away what we had, I guess our love is not meant for recycling. Don't let your flesh take over like GMs. Don't let greed be the reason you work from 12 like you scared of PM. You see, I move like a ghost, ain't nobody see him. Been in the cut praying, but at times I felt betrayed by God sending messages, but replies never came. So I learned that God's timing is really the only way. Hey,
take a look at my life. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me how you feel. But sometimes in life, we don't know how to go. We don't know how to go. We don't know how to go about it. No, looking for direction.
I can recite it all the way I read scripture. And then it's days that you cut me, I can bleed liquor. Always been the type of cat that could lead the litter, but had doubt within me, I had to reconsider. Saviors will leave examples that we try to live up. My core faith was shaken, I need to do a sit up. Hard to understand what is written in allegory. Am I supposed to keep fighting or are you fighting for me? Where are you? Took big shots out here, I'm Robert Ory. I'm non-violent, talking investments and all this gambling. Cried about the journey till I realized I can handle it. To rebuild the soul, first you must dismantle it. Speak it into existence, got fans speaking Mandarin across the border. You know I keep the laws in order, connected to the Most High, loving my protection. The journey is well traveled and I'm loving the direction.
Take a look at my life. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me how you feel. But sometimes in life, we don't know how to go. We don't know how to go. We don't know how to go about it. No. We don't know how
Yeah, letters to my people, we back. It's been a minute, but we back. This letter is to all my people that are suffering.
Yes, sir.
All my people that got drama. All my people who are missing God. Wondering where he's at. This is to the letters of my peoples. You see, I've been a forensic pathologist since 2007, performed over 3,000 autopsies examinations.
That's a lot.
Having investigated hundreds of homicides and suicides, I've seen blood-stained streets and stolen babies. I've comforted countless families. often sit on the edge of my bed asking, where you at, God?
Where you at?
So much hurt, so much pain. I don't know about you, but I think often God has left his people. Where did you go? What did we do? Why have you left us, O Lord? Why have you forsaken us? We've promised to keep your law if you restore us to the greatness that we've once known. We promise to remember the blood that has been shed as strange fruit hanging from the trees of history. We promise to never return to the days of when we killed one another over the lies of this world. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. God, we are banging on the kingdom's door. Let us in, God, let us in. My people, we lament the death of our brothers and sisters, and we ask, God, where you at? Help us. See, John reminds us in John 14 and 18, he says, I will never leave you as orphans. I will come to you. Wake up! We need to stop feeling sorry for ourselves and being scared of living righteous.
That's right.
As if righteousness could ever fail us. Righteousness is made to reveal truth. If our promise to ourselves mirrors his promise to us, then we can truly attain freedom. You have everything you need inside of you to be who you envision yourself to be.
Yes, sir.
You see, we know that God will never leave us because God prioritizes the disenfranchised. He prioritizes the widows and the orphans. Orphans who have been created by men being killed at war, enslaved due to debt, or imprisoned. See, this is not too different from today. Gun violence killing many in our community. See, God has said he will never leave us.
Thank you, Jesus.
So those of you that are hurting from depression and anxiety and mistrust and shame and loneliness and unworthiness, God reminds us that he will never leave us. All of it shrinks in the midst of our God.
He's a big God.
My people, if he is going to fulfill his promise to us, then we must do the things that God has asked us to do. We must be willing to call his name.
Jesus!
Yeah, you see, it's all about reliability. Giving our lower selves up to release our higher selves. He says that he will draw all men to him. And so if he is above, then we elevate to reach him. But he doesn't come, she doesn't come unless you call. And when you call, he is a refuge for the sick and tired. He is a refuge for the beaten and the battered. The only problem is that we don't trust it. We don't trust the promise that if we pursue justice, God will make a way for freedom. We need soldiers, but our soldiers fight against themselves. We need poets and writers, but they write treaties of war against their own brother. You see, if we call his name, we will see that he's calling us into a war against our enemy, not a war against ourselves. Your anger is misplaced, my brother. Your anger should be directed towards the strongholds of this world. My people, he will wait for us because we have called him. And see, when you get there, he promises us that he will come to us.
Yes, sir.
He will meet us where we are. Not only will he not leave us, he'll come to us. He promises that he'll meet us where we are. In your despair, he'll come to you. In your financial situation, he'll come to you. In your depression, he'll come to you. In your grief, he'll come to you. When all is lost, He will come to you. God promises that He will neither leave us or forsake us. But we have to be willing to live a life of righteousness. We must turn away from the wicked things and give our lives completely to the things of God. And then we must fight. Fight for our children, fight for our property, fight against poverty, fight for equity without disparity, fight for clarity, fight for justice, fight for freedom, fight for freedom, fight for freedom. But our freedom has a price. We must be willing to be chosen. So choose. So, as we started this letter, we said, "Where are you, God?" And He always responds, "I'm right here. I never left. Where you at?"